Welcome back to Much More Than Science. So, guys, today we are going to talk about tsunamis and earthquakes, and that is our episode 2 of the first season. And I'm done with the episode 1. And if you wish to see it, it is about volcanoes. I will give you the link in this video below. So, today, guys, we also know that what are earthquakes, and today we are gonna discuss the causes of the earthquakes. So, guys, the Earth's crust is broken up into plates. The convection currents in the mantle cause the plates to move in different directions. As the plate move, they put force on themselves and on each other. When the force is large enough, the crust breaks up. This releases energy that moves through the crust in the form of waves. These shock waves are earthquakes that we feel. So, guys, you would be asking that what is this epicenter and focus in the diagram? Focus is the point within the Earth's crust where the disturbance occurs. And epicenter, the location on the Earth's surface directly above the focus. Do you know what is aftershocks, guys? The tremors that occur after the main earthquake. These occur due to the adjustment of the rock to their new position. Now, guys, you would be having a question in your mind that how to measure earthquakes. For measuring the earthquakes, there has been a device called the Richter scale. Its measurement is magnitude. The richer the magnitude, it means that much aftershocks have been occurred. It was invented by Professor Charles Richter. Now comes our second thing, the tsunami. The tsunami term comes from the Japanese word meaning harbor. It means TSU and wave nami. It was called this because a tsunami can suck all the water out of the harbor before it comes back on the shore. Tsunamis are common throughout the Japanese history. Tsunami occurs when the focus gets disturbed, which is under the sea floor, and the water column is pushed up, and the tsunami waves come up to the land. You can say it a underwater earthquake. So, guys, unfortunately, in Asia, a tsunami smashed generated by the Great Indian Ocean in 2004 is estimated to have released energy of 23,000 Hiroshima type atomic bombs spread across Indian Ocean at the speed of a jet airliner. But the end of the day, more than 150,000 people were dead or missing and million more homeless in 11 countries, making it perhaps the most destructive tsunami in the history. So, guys, I get the idea that our today's session is complete. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to keep watching Much More Than Science.